Alright everyone, welcome back to another TA episode on Gala Games. If you're new to the channel, warm welcome. In today's episode, we're specifically going to be looking at how Gala is performing against the US dollar pair. We're then going to be moving over into how Gala is performing against Bitcoin. With that being said, let's jump right into today's video. So, let's go over to the 4-hourly time frame. The last video we made on Gala Games, we were talking about this 49% drop coming into fruition. The video before that, we were predicting about a 52% drop. And to be honest, if I just delete this, because we've been predicting these massive drops since 9 cent. Since we've been predicting these big drops, we're actually down almost 30%, which is very nice. We've got a few macro targets down here. But specifically in the short term, what I think we're coming down to is this previous all-time high that we witnessed very temporarily in August 2021. Bear in mind, I'm not saying the all-time high. This is one of the previous all-time highs just before we went up on a massive range. So you can consider this first all-time high, local high, whatever you want to call it. But nonetheless, this is the first price that I think we're moving down to, and this is 0.038 cent. With that being said, bearish volume is very spiky right now. We're seeing tons of 4-hourly candles where a shit ton of sellers just step into the market. The last 4-hourly candle we had over on KuCoin alone, 10.4 million sold. Coming over to this candle over here in the past 4 hours, but more specifically, this candle's only been open for 2 hours, so bear in mind this can get a lot worse. We're currently down about 2.58 million, meaning this was the amount of Gala sold. And I'm noticing something that's happening over on the Bitcoin chart, and yes, this is a Gala Games video, but this is going to affect what happens in Gala Games. Bitcoin's currently capitulating below this sideways range that we've been in for 33 days now. If we continue to see Bitcoin break below 28,600, then Gala Games is going to get absolutely wrecked. I'm going to talk about how and why when we come into Gala BTC and talk about the Bitcoin dominance to wrap up this video. But that being said, lower time frames, there is not much to hold us up anymore. We've capitulated below the 618. Your 786 down here is the last line in the sand before you do come down for a massive rug. And I mean rug in the physical sense. I don't mean that the devs are going to rug pull. I literally say rug as in the price is going down. So bear that in mind before you comment and saying I'm saying it's going to get rug pulled. I'm just saying in the physical sense. But 0.062, that is where I think we're coming down to next. I'm really not bothered about this because this is what, a 2% drop. I'm predicting a much bigger drop down to 3.9 cents. So that being said, that is basically the lower time frames on the Gala USD pair. I don't think there's much else to comment on because we've already capitulated below the lows of this accumulation range. We capitulated below even capitulated below the wicks here. We're heading down to this wick. After that, you've only got these two ranges really. Well, you've got a few different ranges because you've got a macro 1.618 down here, but we've got, you know, support at 3.8 cent. Like I said, we've got support down here at 2 cent, and then coming over to the 4-hourly time frame, you can see from this low up to this high, your 1.618 is right down here. I'm going to mark this orange. If you're new to my channel and you're wondering why I do that, I like to mark Fibonacci's as orange so you know that it's a Fibonacci level, and I like to mark support and resistance zones as either green or red respectively. Like you can see here, this was green. I probably need to mark this red as resistance now. But yeah, that's basically all I've got for Gala. So if we do break below 6.2 cent, your fib is going to be invalidated, especially if you start putting in daily closes below 6.2. At that point in time, we'd be capitulating all the way down to 3.8 cent. From where we are at this moment in time, I am predicting a 39% drop. If we do capitulate below there, the next level down is 2 cent. This is a 68% drop. The next level down from there is 1.1 cent, an 83% drop, all the way down to the 1.618 fib. Now, at this moment in time, I'm not predicting these very steep price targets. I'm much more interested in seeing how we do react when we come down to 3.9 cents. So at this moment in time, this is my short-term prediction. But also, I'm still predicting this to come into fruition. I don't think Gala is going to have bottomed until we come down to at least 2 cent. And like we said, this was a 79% drop we were predicting. It's now about a 67% drop. So that is all I've got for Gala USD. Also, just quickly, Squeezemon, which is our momentum indicator, is heading over into the light red. This is indicative that we are about to start a bearish trend. And this is not good either. Daily time frame, we've just trickled over into light red on the squeeze mom. The last time, you know, we switched from a bullish trend or a bullish impulse to a bearish one was right here. The first day that we put in a light red candle on a new trend was the 7th of April. Let's go back to the 7th of April and see what happened. 7th of April. This was the 6th, this was the 7th right here. So I'm going to mark it to the candle body close. We capitulated so far 73% with this bearish shift, and we're in the midst of having a new one. This is the first day in a new bearish trend. So I do not think the bottom is in. I do not think altcoins are cheap right now. I think altcoins can go a lot lower. And the only reason I say altcoins are not cheap right now is because I was here in the 2018 bear market, and when everyone thinks altcoins are cheap because they're down 90%, they go down another 50%. It just is how it is. A lot of people are going to think the bottom is in a lot sooner than it is. If you go back to any of my videos throughout the past month, I've been telling you the bottom is not in and we're going much lower. I care much more about my integrity on this channel, not shilling altcoins, not saying everything's bullish 24/7, because that's just not the reality of the markets. And while other YouTubers are very happy to say bullish 24/7, Gala games $1 next week, question mark, that's not how my channel works. I'm looking at the chart objectively, and the chart looks like garbage. You know, I don't like sugarcoating things. I'm sure at some point Gala will perform well, maybe in the next bull run, but it's not performing well now. So not much point in trying to catch a falling knife, in my opinion. It's much better to wait for the trend reversal. So that is all we've got. Also, the weekly time frame, very quickly, we've got a massive increase in volume. This is horrible. This is super nasty. We've got bearish engulfing candle after bearish engulfing candle after bearish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame. Really not good. Maybe I'm exaggerating by saying engulfing. Really, this is a bearish engulfing candle. I should probably just say we've got exponential volume increasing in favor of the bears on the weekly volume candles. That being said, that is my USD prediction. I think we're moving down to 3.8 cent. After then, I think we're moving down to 2 cent. After we do come down to 2 cent, I would like to reevaluate what the market structure looks like before I potentially predict a leg lower. At this moment in time, 1 cent is not on my mind. I'm much more interested in 3.8 and 2 cent, and then I'll reevaluate the market. I'll tell you what happens. I'll update you when we do come down to these next levels and talk about what to expect next. With that being said, I really just want to spend a minute or so talking about how these altcoins are performing against Bitcoin, because a lot of people are still DCAing altcoins. A lot of people have been telling me for the past month altcoins are cheap, so now is the time to buy, and DCAing has just not worked. I really don't even want to do TA on the Gala BTC chart. I do not even need to do TA. I can just remove all the drawings, and I think it's pretty black and white, the market structure that we're seeing right now. The only thing I really want to focus on is this fib, keeping it super simple. The market structure was wiped out on the BTC pair once you did capitulate below this 786 fib, and this area down here is really all we've got on Gala at this moment in time. And specifically, it was quite a while ago, actually, the 16th of May, I was predicting a 71% drop on the BTC pair. We've moved down about 24% so far, approximately 24%, and I still do think we're going to continue to move down. Another 61% against the Bitcoin pair is the next level of support. Now, you can also consider these lows. So if you do, you know, unlike myself, think that we might bounce before we do come down to this range, you could potentially see a bounce once we drop another 47.5%. And like I said, you know, it does not look good. I do think we're going to go down to lower price targets. Gala on the BTC pair as well, we've finally started to load in the weekly squeeze moment. Obviously, it is very bearish in the light red side. This obviously means if we come over to the daily time frame, bears are in control of this trend. We're shifting over into light red and not looking good. Weekly volume on the Bitcoin pair, specifically over on Binance, is not too crazy, but it is all sellers at this moment in time. No matter whether you're looking at the USD pair or the BTC pair, we are getting dragged down. So the last 20 seconds of this video, I really just want to emphasize what I've been talking about on this channel for the past month. Altcoins are not bullish against Bitcoin. Buying the dip on altcoins is not a good idea in the bear market. Now, I've made a video specifically about this topic. If you come over to my channel, if you click on videos, if we scroll down, I made a altcoin video on when to expect the bottom to be in. Let me just find it for you in case you do want my opinion on when I think the bottom is going to be in. So this was 3 weeks ago, actually. Here we go. This is the video here. So if you do want my opinion on exactly when is the right time to buy altcoins, because I'm telling you, like I said, look at the data from how the altcoins performed against Bitcoin in the 2018 bear market. Altcoins bottomed well after Bitcoin did. Bitcoin bottomed and altcoins went sideways for like 2 years against the Bitcoin pair. I definitely recommend, if you think it's a good idea to buy Gala now, if you think it's a good idea to buy the dip on altcoins, at least do 18 minutes worth of research. Not even research, just sit back and watch me doing research for you. This is an 18-minute video. This chart will call the altcoin market bottom. This is all you need to understand when altcoins will be bullish. With that being said, Bitcoin is breaking down from a massive level of support right now. This alone is a very bearish signal in terms of the altcoins. Pair this with the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is breaking up. When the Bitcoin dominance breaks up, it means that Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. So what's going to happen? Because Bitcoin is breaking down, right? So altcoins are going to follow, but the Bitcoin dominance is heading up, which means that if Bitcoin breaks down, 10%, for the Bitcoin dominance to head up, altcoins are going to have to head down 20, 30, 40, 50% or more. And we're really starting to see that. Like I've been saying in my videos, if you've been watching other YouTubers and they've been telling you, Gala games to $1, these altcoins are bullish, now is the time to buy. Go look at their videos a month ago, look at how their predictions panned out. Go to my channel, look at my past month worth of altcoin videos and see how well they've panned out. Tons of people think altcoins are bullish right now. Look at the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance disagrees. If this keeps on heading up, altcoins are going to get slaughtered. That's all I've got for you for Gala games today. Like I said, at some point in time, I cannot wait to make a long trade on this. I cannot wait to buy when I perceive that we're going to be having a trend reversal. I'm going to be looking for signals like flips of the daily EMA ribbons, and once we start flipping above the EMA ribbons and getting into a bullish trend, believe me, I can't wait to enter a trend. But look at this objectively. We've been trapped underneath these EMA ribbons since 40 cent. If you've been buying the dip since 40 cent while we've been trapped underneath the EMA ribbons, then it just hasn't been working out. Like, we're from 40 cent is when we flip bearish on the EMAs. We're now down here at 6 cent. So if you were sitting on the sidelines, let's say hypothetically we break out in the next week, which I don't think we would be, you'd be buying at 10 cent, which is almost a 75% discount from when we flipped bearish on the on the daily EMA ribbons. And like I said, I think we're going to head down lower. So if you hold your horses, if you sit on the sidelines, these altcoins are probably going to get a lot cheaper against both their USD pair and their BTC pair. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found value in this content. Like I said, on my channel, I care much more about integrity than shilling altcoins. If you think about it objectively, I could just post videos saying altcoins are bullish 24/7. I'd get more views, I get more likes, I get more subscribers. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to say what I see in the charts from an objective opinion. I do not hold Gala games. I do not benefit if it goes up or down. I'm simply waiting for that trend reversal. I'm waiting for the next trade to present itself. And at this moment in time, if anything, you'd probably want to short after you break the 786. Just my opinion. I'm probably not going to be shorting. I'm much more interested in other altcoin pairs at this moment in time, and I'm waiting for this macro break of Bitcoin. But I'm telling you, if we start putting in daily candle body closes below 28,600, 28,500, Gala is going to get wrecked. So all I've got for you today, as always, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.